Hey, Mom Linda, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. And how are you?
I'm good. Let me tell you something. When I was preparing our invite, I was busy saying, should I say Pastor Linda or Coach Linda or Mom Linda? So, Ma, in a setting like this, what do you prefer me to call you?
I prefer Coach Linda. Normally, Mom Linda is the best for me. It's
Ah,
very natural for me. Wherever it goes across the board.
it does, eh?
Yeah,
It does.
yeah.
But because we now stepping into the new era of you putting your office in order for coaching.
Well
We
said.
have started the journey from the beginning of the year.
Yes.
When did we start the
We
process?
actually started last year, late last year.
Late last year.
Yeah, hence you came to Cape Town to our youth.
Yes. You see. So now the house is finally now in order, right?
In order.
Now
In
it's
order.
the implementation stage. So that is why you become my first guest today.
I'm happy.
So thank you so much for joining. Hi everyone, my name is Pusele Mkhale. I am not alone. I am with Coach Linda Khoza, who we're going to be talking a lot about freeing yourself from the leash. There was a story that she told me when I met her about a week ago on her birthday, and I felt like the story needs to be discussed. This is a conversation. This is not where I'm going to be interviewing anyone. We're going to have a conversation between sisters, between friends, between coaches, where we are talking about what are the things that are holding us back, what are our strongholds, what are the things that are limiting us from thinking clearly, from being the best version of ourselves. That is why this conversation is very important for us to have right here at Healing Conversations, that is hosted by Mind Retirement Institute. So, Mom Linda, where do we begin? I want to just say to you, one of the key things that I always take away from you is your sense of style.
Thank you.
You look beautiful, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Always
so much.
amazing.
Yes.
So maybe as we start this conversation that we have about freeing yourself from the leash, what are the leashes that we need to be aware of as people? What is holding us back that is always restraining us from moving? Because I believe a dog, you know, a dog, when you want to keep it in one place, you hold it with the leash, right? I saw also on Facebook that there was a horse that was, they used a leash and they put it on a chair, a plastic chair. But because it saw the leash, it couldn't move because easily it can pull that chair away and walk away, but it stood still. So conditionally, our mind can be conditioned by certain things. So what are the leash that you have identified that holds us back?
Oh, many. Because leashes, they come in different ways, and other leashes leash on others. Maybe just to start a very simple one, just to call my name. You hear somebody calling my name. That is one of the main things that I've noticed recently. I've picked recently, interestingly, that 35 years I have never been called by my name, by my first name.
What?
In the past 35 years, I have not been called by my first name. Safe to say, especially in the past 31 years. Because when I got married, immediately I was called Mom Khoza.
Oh, wow.
And what that does, it shifts you off as a main person, as Ulinda. I'm actually calling my name. It still feels awkward to call my name. It still feels very awkward. Yesterday, I had an opportunity. An old friend that knows me from high school, we found each other at church. She called me by my name. I couldn't see her when she first called me, but when I heard my name, everything in me froze because I'm not used to anybody calling me by my first name. And I've been working on that in the past few weeks, that I actually do have a name. Linda is my name. And that can be a terrible leash. Because then your name is not only referring to what you are called, it refers also to who you are. There's a warmth that comes with you being called by your name. And when that is taken away, you restructure a sense of being. You restructure who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So I became a Mom Khoza for the past 30 years. And now, really knowing Mom Khoza is actually Linda. It brings
It's amazing.
something.
For somebody who's new in your life, like myself, who has always called you Mom Linda.
Mm-hmm.
How come you haven't told me that it's new? It's like something that you are not used to in the past 30 years. Because for me, I felt like, oh,
It
Mom
felt
Linda.
very warm. It actually felt very warm. I suppose it felt warm because it still had the mom in front of it. So it's still, because there are people who call me Pastor Linda. It still feels until I am faced with Linda. That's a different one. My own mother stopped calling me by my name.
What does she call you?
She calls me Mom Khoza. She moves from Mom Khoza to my friend to Chomi and the whole, but she's literally stopped calling me by my first name. And that is a leash, because when you don't recognize you as the first person, there is somebody else you recognize as a first person. And that person may not be you. Because if you then work yourself, one of the things I've been working with, answering that question on leashes, one of the things I've been working with in the past 2 years is working with my lotus of controls. That I realize that I am mostly demanded from outside, and I answer outside than I answer from inside. Because my world demands me from outside, which comes from another leash.
Oh, wow.
That one now.
I'm now interested to know more. I'm actually interested, as you're talking about the lead, that on its own, you just brought another perspective for me, especially when you talk about names. And it took me long to realize the power of my name because of how it was given to me. So I was born after my mom had a stillborn. So I replaced that whom they lost. So I became Pusele. So in Sesotho, they brought back what they have lost. So all along, I associated myself as a replacement. And I always felt like it means the